That's fine. Is welcome. Bring the smoke. I appreciate it. Someone said, "Will they're just yelling out and talking over each other like this is their first time public speaking." Well, yeah, your opinion. I actually think the ladies did a good job at having a conversation. But of course, once you bring feminine energy with feminine energy, it can create chaos. Just like if you bring masculine energy with masculine energy, you can't really create anything productive from that outside of maybe entertainment, you know. So, neither here nor there, right? And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. So yes, let's see here. There was let me see if there was a response here. I don't know if the person deleted the response. There was a response to me. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, because that would be sad. That would be sad if the person deleted the response. Yeah, he deleted the response. Somebody deleted the response from here. I'm gonna find it. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. It's probably in my email somewhere. Yeah. See, now that's cowardice move. But if you leave a comment, you have to leave a comment with your full chest. I prefer that you leave your comment with your full chest, please. Okay. Please leave your comment with your full chest. Wait, what time it is? Interesting. We have comments coming in even as we're here right now. All right, so it should say YouTube comment. I'm gonna just read it, all right? And they were interesting comments. That's why I wanted to make sure I read them. Let's see. Yep, found them. Let's see here. Okay, I found them. Yeah, I'm gonna read this comment. Nah, he's not gonna get away with it. Let's see. There you go. Found it. All right. So this was the comment from Shay XT. Shay XT. This was the comment right now. The person says, "Sounds like you're making excuses." Okay, that's one of the comments. There was an original one. I'm gonna see here if I can find it. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, because listen, if you're gonna leave comments, let's leave comments with our full chest, and more importantly, I think they're more so opportunity for lessons for us. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, this is a comment. Say, "LOL." That response shows. So this was a response to this comment right here, right? So after I left a response for Jen, person said, "LOL." That response shows why Igbo folks usually say Yoruba men are stupid. So if you don't understand Igbo, Yoruba, these are basically tribes in Nigeria. The 3 main tribes in Nigeria is Igbo, Yoruba, and also I am a Yoruba man, right? So now this is a person that is also projecting and basically creating tribalistic views off of this comment already. So he's come back and deleted his comment. LOL, that response shows why Igbo folks usually say Yoruba men are stupid. Yes, a man passing a woman's shit test makes him a man, just as much as you're bedazzled by pretty faces and cannot tell them they're behaving like wild animals. Okay, so the shaming, insults, guilt need to be right. We see in these spaces that men are also engaging this feminine energy. It's okay. Again, I don't know why he had to, because I don't delete comments. So, but I knew I saw it and I knew I would respond to it. And again, anything you want to say, bring the smoke. I appreciate the smoke. I don't really, but I gotta point out the lessons. Okay. Then another comment on that same video: sounds like you're making excuses for women behaving like wild animals and expecting it to be condoned in a conversation purported to be balanced or civil. Okay. So again, once you compete with women, you deserve all the masculine energy you get from that. It is what it is, okay? Once you bring in feminine energy to interact with females that are naturally more in their natural essence with the feminine energy, it is what it is, okay? All right. Let's continue. If you think anything of this woman said in the heat of things were anything close to irrational, you need to have your head checked, mate. So I'm not sure, is it close to irrational or close to rational? Okay, I'm not sure, or just don't try to pretend to be logical. All right, so I'm trying to pretend to be logical. Okay, so again, shame, insult. Then it goes Israel Adesanya, which I don't know who this person is. I will find out eventually, I guess. Israel Adesanya is showing a good example for Odua men. So it's contradiction already to what he said previously about Igbo and Yoruba men. So there is, in fact, a Yoruba man, because the name Adesanya tells me that that's a Yoruba man who is showing good example for Odua men, which is the forefathers of Yoruba people. Don't ruin that progression, dude. All right. So again, you must not feel too sure about your comments to be deleting them. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll find a comment later. I'm not sure, but I think I've looked everywhere. It looks like you're punked out. So another thing that comes from feminine energy is when you're not consistent. That's feminine energy, okay? It's neither right nor wrong. But again, lack of consistency, especially coming from a man. And especially if you're not too sure of yourself, that's also feminine energy, meaning you left a comment and then you deleted it. I understand if you edited it, right, because you're trying to put things in proper context, but you actually deleted the old comment. That's also a sign that you're not sure of yourself. That's feminine energy. So I'm not too surprised there, But let's keep going. Then we also have the Tawana Chica from the Lapif Network, also came because she was part of the panel on Jen's show. She came in and left a message. I thought your review was fair. Actually, she left a message first. I'm going backwards now. I thought your review was fair and it was some good advice. I said, thanks. That means so much coming from you. Yes, and I mean that. And she goes, no problem. Thank you for being balanced and trying to instill some values in men. It's admirable. I will be sharing this video. Desirability and admirability, I don't know if that's a word, was one of the biggest topic on that original video that they talked about, right? So I appreciate that. Okay, so okay, here we go. The only way to win is to not play the game and not care. Actually, depending on what context, I actually agree with that, Depends. It depends on what we're talking about. If you're being addressed directly, you should play the game and you need to learn game in that context. But if you're not being addressed directly, there were multiple times that the lady said on that show that if it doesn't apply, you let it fly. That is masculine energy. Okay, and it's sad to see that women have to teach a lot of our young men that, but it's okay because I'm also here to teach you that. If it doesn't apply, you always have to let it fly. There's a lot of time that things will trigger me, but I have to remind myself if it's not personal, then it's just not personal. There's a lot of generalizations, worst case scenario rhetorics in these spaces, and sometimes like, that's wrong, but I just let it go because it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply, especially if I'm not being directly addressed. Okay, that's part of the skills you need to build as a man, right? So so I would say when you say not play the game, what I'm saying is that if you're not being addressed, then if you know that they're generalizing, then you need to speak from a very generalized space and not take it personally, because the moment you take it personally, it also speaks to how much you're able to maintain your core. as a man, if you're not able to maintain your core, that also speaks to your ability to maintain a masculine frame. I'm not the type that tell you it makes you less of a man. No, I don't have to say that, because I do want you to grow. There is room for growth, right? But it also tells me that you have the inability to maintain a masculine frame, which is much needed when you're interacting with the members of the opposite gender, okay, within this particular social construct. All right, so and of course we have the guy who deleted his comments. I guess he feels empowered here. According to the herpes on the panel, okay, so he's still shaming and insulting. Okay, I don't even know what herpes mean, but it sounds like insulting. If you do that and stop feeding them attention, that makes you an abnormal narcissistic psychopath that needs mental help. Yeah, that's not what it means. Okay, that's not what it means. I think what I just said already added some context to that. What they were saying. Number one, well, they were speaking as ladies. They were speaking from the perspective of ladies, right? And there were actually men on that panel that actually showed real life example. Again, I wish I had that. I wish I had the example here, to show you that clip. But it's actually possible to get the right energy out of women. It's actually very possible, right? So, but not exactly. But again, it doesn't mean you stop feeding them attention. You already give them the attention. You were on the video, you were watching the video, obviously, right? So you give them the attention. So that's neither here nor there. That's nullified instantly, right? And that makes you abnormal, narcissistic psychopath. No, it doesn't make you any of those. It just makes you have the inability to engage people when they're having certain conversations. That's all it did, right? And the fact that you took it all the way to that lens means you got triggered and you're unable to handle your own emotions. Yeah, and it shows in the submission here. All right, that's fine. It's welcome. Bring the smoke. I appreciate it. Somebody said, "Will they're just yelling out and talking over each other like this is their first time public speaking." Well, yeah, your opinion. I actually think the ladies did a good job at having a conversation. But of course, once you bring feminine energy with feminine energy, it can create chaos. Just like if you bring masculine energy with masculine energy, you can't really create anything productive from that outside of maybe entertainment, So, neither here nor there, right?